Hi, this is Zeta with Z and KK's Craft. Today I want to show you how I created this Z Gallerie inspired art piece. If you're interested and would like to see how I created this, please stay tuned. Okay, YouTube, these are a couple of the items, supplies that you'll need to achieve this wall art. So I have 2 bags of beads. I actually have more beads downstairs. I just purchased these two. I'll talk about the beads later. I bought 2 racks because I want mine a little fuller than what I saw online. Now, the person who I saw do this, her name is Mama from Scratch. It's a Dollar Tree DIY glam Z Gallerie decor dupe number 3. So that's the name of the video. So if you want to go back and refer to her to get more information, and like I said, as you know me, I do my own, not my own thing. I'm following her directions, but however it works for me is how I'm going to get the job done. I bought me a little extra super glue, some glue from the Dollar Tree. These are my cutters. I already had this. This is some kind of painted wire. It says 22 gauge wire. And so this is what I'm going to be using. And I also have my hot glue gun. So, and as I showed you before, this is the space. My tape is coming down, but that's okay. This is just like a rough draft of the proportion that I want this item to be. I don't want it to be too wide, and I'm trying to get it, lined up correctly. So this is kind of like the proportion that I want it to be. So I'll maybe put 2 circles up and then maybe wire those 2 together, put 2 more up and then wire it together. I don't really know, but I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. So what I did was I laid out my design as best I could. What I did was I had already made a general template on the wall to see about the proportions that I wanted. So what I did was I transferred those proportions onto the table so I'll know exactly how it fits. My proportions are 22 inches wide and 36 inches long. So anything within that area should be okay. But I don't know. If it doesn't work, then I'll just take it back. Another point I wanted to make is this wire seems to be like it's cheap and it should be easy to cut. I tried to use these to cut them, and it was giving me hell last night. So what I did was I just put it down, and then this morning I got these. These seem to be a little bit better because they had a better grip, and but they weren't that easy to cut. I want to find something that makes it a little easier to cut. The other point that I wanted to make is when you place these down, these little pointy pieces, you want to make sure, let me show you. Now this is a rim. This is extra, okay? Because it's 4 on each part. Now these pointy pieces that you see, can you see the pointy pieces right here? They need to be facing up so that when you lay it down, it has a flat surface. Other than that, these are not cut at the same width, at the same length, so it'll make it real flimsy. So try to turn them all over flat and lay them flat like that with these pointy pieces sticking up so that you'll get a flat back so that it'll lay flat to the wall. Okay, so I've cut my pieces that I'm going to use. These are all this painted wire, 22 gauge painted wire. I cut about I don't know, maybe 15 pieces or so, and I'm just going to start attaching. So I don't know how this is going to work. I'm just going to start attaching, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have been trying to do the wire on these right here. I've been trying to do the wire on those, and everything keeps moving around. So what I'm going to do is, how I'm going to solve that problem is I'm just gonna hit the connections with a little bit of glue so that they won't move around, so I can kind of keep the shape that I want. And just make sure this is where it's supposed to be, because as I told you, this all the way to the end of this tape is 22 inches, and all the way down to this tape is 36 inches. So I'm gonna just hit this a little bit. And I will more than likely put a stone on this anyway, so, but really what I'm trying to do is connect these two. All right, glue gun malfunction, as usual. Okay, push a little bit there. A little bit there. Like I said, I don't want a lot of it on there because I don't want to have to cover it up later. Even though I am spray painting it black. So I actually forgot about that part too. So I am going to spray paint it black. But hopefully this will keep the connections the way I want them. And I won't be struggling so hard because every time I put the wire on there, it's moving. So every time it moves, I have to stop and reposition it. So we'll just do this right now. And let this dry. Then I will wire it up on top of this. So hopefully I won't get too much on my table, even though I'm doing my table over, so don't worry about my table. But just trying to make sure I got, ouch, why did I touch that? Connection, connect. Need a little bit more connection right here. Connection, oh, here's one I missed. Connection right here. Connect. And then after this, like I said, I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna go back and see if I can maneuver it a little bit better, and you know, put the wire on it. So, and that's that. And I'll be back with my next step. Okay, so I'm back. I have done most of them. Not all. And what I'm doing is I'm pre-bending the wire. Just pre-bending it a little bit so it'll be a little less, it'll be tighter around the bottom. Right. Then I just slide it underneath. And I just do a crisscross. I crisscross it, spinning around like that. Just one time for right now. Just one time, because what I'm going to do is at this base part, I'm going to squeeze it with the pliers to just make sure the connection is pretty tight. Even though more wire is going on here, I just, you know, that's what I do. I'm just going to do it. And before I squeeze it, I also want to put it up to the wall and see what it's looking like, because you know it seemed like it's working, but I don't know if it's really really working or not. I'm just, you know, I'm just testing it out. So twist it and just lay it flat. Flat right there. Okay, be back. Okay, so I've pre-twisted everything, so now I'm just going to go. This one has already been done, so I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit just to make sure everything is tight. And I'll go back and squeeze it again once I wrap it all around. But I just wanted to squeeze the base connection just to make sure that it's nice and snug. And like I said, I am going to spray paint this too. So, you know, I'm not really worried about the color or anything like that. And this just helps your base be a little, you know, a little bit more secure. The other wire way is fine. The wire way is great. It's just that mine was sliding all around. I ain't got no time for that. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm squeezing this on here. Then I'm going to pick it up and put it on the wall and do like a dry fit. And I'll be back with the dry fit. Okay, so I'm ready for the dry fit. So let's see. Still seems a little flimsy to me. I don't know how I'm gonna fit that, how I'm gonna fix that, but I think that's gonna be how it's gonna be. Let me take it right there. This is just a hook that's from the mirror, but it needs to definitely be up higher. But anyway, so this is my dry fit. I think it's about right. I'm gonna look on the video and see if it's about right, if it's, you know, if it's what I want. And that's what I'm gonna do. So hopefully it's gonna come out right. So I'll be back with the next step. Okay, YouTube, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the beads that I'm going to be attempting to use, the elements that I'm going to attempt to use. So, these are just the regular clear beads from the Dollar Tree. Nothing, you know, special right out the pack. So, there's nothing done with that. Now, these over here on this side, these have the mirror on it. I don't even know if you could really tell the difference. But I know you can definitely tell a difference when you get ready to put it on the back. Because if you could see, you can't see the back of it. And on these, you could see through it. So that is a difference, you know. So I don't know which ones I'm going to use more of. I know I don't have a lot of these. I don't have a lot, so I'm going to be filling them in with this. Now on these are the clear ones. I really want them in the mirror also. I just ran out of the spray. But these are going to be for large areas like that. That, you know, a stone won't fit or whatever. So that's my other option. Then I have a few of these. This is just a little round square pieces of glass. And so I'm going to try to use little pieces of glass. Where the little pieces of glass work, then that's what I'm going to put there. And then I have these. These are sprayed silver with a glitter sparkle on top of it. That's why you see glitter all over the place. And all of this stuff was really elements that I was going to use for a chandelier for my room. And now I want to put it on here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll just do it again if I want to, you know, if I want to still do the chandelier. So I'll be back. I have already sprayed. Let me show you. I have already sprayed everything, and it's all black front and back. Let it dry, and I'll be back. Okay, this is the final piece that I have created. I created 2 matching pieces to go to anchor my New York skyline picture. So that's 1. This is my picture, and this is 2. They're not identical, but they are very similar. So I hope this information was in I hope you found some information that you can use. I hope you try this project at home. It's very simple, and it can be a very elegant art piece. One thing I want to tell you that is, though, the more beads you put on here, the heavier the wire gets. And as you see, this one over here, it's pulling just a hair. It's pulling down a little bit. So you want to be mindful, don't put too many beads on it. But overall, I love it. And once I paint my walls, it's going to be beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you try this project out and be blessed. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.